Hey guys, it's Matt with BleepinJeep.com, and today I'm going to show you how to change this water pump on a 3.7 liter V6 off of a Jeep engine, but a lot are probably going to be similar or the same, so check it out. Make sure to subscribe as well. Alright guys, so this is what the water pump looks like, and this is where it's going. Usually goes right here on the front of your engine. So we'll need to remove that belt here in a minute. First you want to crawl under here though and release the coolant. So at the bottom corner of the radiator you'll usually find something like this, and that is to empty the coolant. So you just turn that. Although it would be a better idea to put a bucket under there so you don't get it all over yourself. Next we're going to take off this belt, and to do that there is an idler pulley right here, and so you just need to get that belt off by putting a pry bar or a socket wrench onto there on the idler pulley. You turn it and it has a spring under there, and it just releases the tension, and that way you can get the belt off. It's pretty simple and a lot easier than on some other vehicles like my Cherokee. So the next thing you want to do is take these bolts off for the water pump itself, but this one down here is behind this part of the idler pulley, so we're going to take that pulley off just by putting a wrench on it and turning it, and then it'll release, and we can take off that pulley in particular to get to that bolt. Make sure that you drain the rest of the coolant there, and then you can open this. If it doesn't all come out, it takes a long time actually, so you can actually blow it out with the blowgun if you want. Just blow into your radiator like this with the air gun, and that'll push the fluid out. Alright, so then get your sockets and start taking off the water pump bolts. You want to make sure you keep them in order because they're not all the same length, so it's easy if you lay them out like this so you know where they go. Next you can just pull that sucker right off of there. Some coolant's going to come out, and that's okay. Just keep you a bucket down there at the bottom if you can. Now here's the old pump. There's actually nothing wrong with this after I pulled it out. It's just that it's leaking around the seal here, and the seal is kind of old and no good. I've already bought a new one, so instead of replacing the seal I'm just going to put in the new one. It was only 50 bucks. Comes with the new seal, so I'm just going to put that seal in here. This old water pump has 175,000 miles on it, so might as well replace it anyway while I've got it out. So you want to clean up the edges a little bit. You can actually drain some of the fluid out of here if you want. This one doesn't use RTV to seal it up. It just uses that rubber seal. Okay, so you're just going to put it back in place. Put your bolts in, make sure you got the right ones, the right lengths, and the right places, and then you're going to tighten it down. Like I said, this one doesn't use RTV, so it's pretty easy and self-explanatory. Now when you tighten these down, you want to make sure that you go in like a crisscross pattern, just like you would do if you're tightening the lug nuts on your wheels. So don't tighten them very tight at first, just kind of snug them down. And then once we get them all snug, we'll go around and do a crisscross pattern and tighten them up. I'm not sure the torque specs, but you just want them to be pretty tight. And then make sure you get all of the coolant off of here. If you don't, your belt is going to squeak. So try and get as much coolant off as you can. Might as well replace the belt too while you're at it. I don't have one. I'm going to get a new one here pretty soon. But you can check the belt, see if it has any wear and tear. This one actually looks pretty good. And then just place it back on the way you found it. Oh, you need to put this this pulley back on. Make sure you don't forget that. And then tighten that down. And then so you just pull the pulley down, which releases the tension again. You can slip the belt on, make sure it's good everywhere, and then release it, and you're good to go. Now I'm going to test the fluid. I collected all this in a bucket. As long as it didn't get any oil mixed in with it or anything, it should be good, and it is. Those little balls mean that it's those little balls floating mean that it's still good. So I'm going to reuse it and just pour it back in here into the radiator. Now you can go ahead and start it up and check for leaks. You want to make sure that it's not leaking where you replaced the new seal. And I got a little bit of smoke there just from not smoke actually, it's just the water burning off. And it's not leaking, but now we have an air bubble in there and I can't put enough fluid in. So there's this little valve right here. Not a valve, it's just a plug. So you're going to loosen that a little bit and let the air bubbles out. You can actually open it up and fill in there if you really have to. But you're going to see something like that, and that's just letting all the air bubbles out. Once you get all the air bubbles out, keep refilling as needed and you'll be good to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and check out all of our greatest videos on YouTube, Facebook, the website BleepinJeep.com, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay guys, I hope you learned something there. I want to thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing and supporting the BleepinJeep channel. Now we've got a few options for you. First of all, these videos can be costly and take a lot of time to do. And if you want to contribute, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, the option for that is right over there. Also, we'd love for you to check out the t-shirt store. The link for that is right down there. We've got these t-shirts, this hat, and more at BleepinJeep.com/store or that link. Also, we'd love for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That option is right below. It's free. You get updates via email every week when we upload a new video. Also, we'd love for you to check out the website, BleepinJeep.com, or click this link right here. We've got all kinds of off-road videos. We've got how-to videos, off-road parks, and discount coupon codes, and more. So check that out, BleepinJeep.com. Alright guys, thank you very much for subscribing and supporting, and we'll see you in the next video.